Hello guys, how we doing? Welcome back to the Free Hammers, second video of the day. Purely on the news, fantastic news for the club. Rice and Jesse Lingard have been picked for England by Gareth Southgate. This is fantastic news, It's great to see two West Ham players getting their chance in the team. It sends a great message to Lingard, that he hasn't got to leave West Ham to get in the England team, and playing for West Ham is not going to reduce his chances of being recognised for the England team. I think that Southgate has always really liked Lingard. The reason he hasn't been able to pick him purely is by his own, mantra that you don't play, you're not going to get picked, and you get picked on by form. There's a plethora, there's a great word for you, plethora of attacking midfielders that are English. We can list them off: Grealish, Foden, Mason Mount, James Maddison, Lingard. For him to actually get in the Euros team, it's going to be a big ask. But there's no denying, on current form, probably him, Mount and Foden are probably the top choices. Grealish is probably the best. Foden's probably the best player. And then you got, the Grealish on the outside. James Maddison's having a great season. But yeah, just on, turn of the year form, you probably would look at Lingard and go, yeah, do you know what? He deserves a shot. It's fantastic news. It really, really is. Declan Rice is obviously, he seems like he's one of the main men now, in terms of he will be, good chance he'll be starting 11, in the Euros. If Jesse went as well, how great would that be? As I say, I think Southgate trusts him a lot. He was a big player in that tournament, that World Cup a few years ago. So he's been there, he's done it and performed. And maybe that's something that's in Southgate's mind. I'm not saying that the other players wouldn't perform on the big stage. Your Mounts, I'm a big fan of. I'm a huge fan of Foden and Grealish and players like that in terms of their ability. But maybe he thinks that by taking a Lingard, he knows he's already done it. And he's shown a huge character in what he's been through the last year or so. So I'm absolutely buzzing. Gives me a bit more interest in watching England going forward as well, if Lingard and Rice were both to get picked. Other news is obviously Antonio has switched allegiances to Jamaica. I'll tell you what, they ain't got a bad little team. I see a few names getting listed off. There's obviously the guy called Bailey, if any of you are familiar with the Bundesliga. He's a bit of a player. Ravel Morrison, I believe, has also switched allegiances. I think maybe Andre Gray possibly is another one that I've heard. So it could be Antonio Gray, Morrison just behind, with Ballet on the other side. And there's a couple more. There are a couple more players there. They've got a good chance of getting to the World Cup. Like last World Cup they got to was obviously 98 when it was Robbie L and people like that. So it'd be nice for Antonio if they can get to the World Cup, and you can say that he's done that. It's another thing he can tick off his list. So I really, I appreciate the choice he's done there. Just hope that it doesn't cause him too many injuries, with the travelling, and obviously he'll be playing a few more games now with international football as well. Last thing, guys, if you were following me on Twitter today, no one actually recognised where that picture was, and again, some of you might not even know it, but it's a classic location of a ice cream shop that used to be right near Rathbone Market called Murkoff's Ice Cream. And I believe the recipe died with the owner. It is the best ice cream I've ever tasted in my life. I haven't tasted it since I was, I'm going to say, I think it closed when I was about 13. But if any of you ever did taste the Murkoff ice cream, like I say, you were a privileged child or a privileged adult. Absolutely beautiful ice cream. Anyway, guys, off subject totally. Hope you enjoyed the video, guys. If you've got any more questions for Ask Luke, please send them in. I'm in the process. Obviously, I'm trying to make a couple of videos a day and then obviously schedule them to come out. If you do have any more questions for the Ask Luke series, please drop them in the comments below. Until next time, guys, come in your eyes, keep believing. Let's go.